All right, headed back to the phone lines. We're going out to John in Turtle Creek. How you doing, John?
Okay, how are you?
Good, thanks for calling. What do you got?
Okay. When are people going to stop questioning the Pirates and their management and retooling and rebuilding? They've been rebuilding for 10 years now.
Yeah, even longer. You know, we're trying to.
Oh, absolutely
Yeah.
longer. They stink. All they are is a money grab. And when are the consumers going to wise up? I used to go to 15, 20 games a year at Three Rivers. Take my son.
Mm-hmm.
Spur of a moment, go down, catch a game. Loved it. I've only seen 2 games at PNC Park. Absolutely fantastic ballpark. I will not give that man a nickel of my money, and the only reason I went, I had free tickets and a parking pass.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feel like you, John. There's no question about it. I hear from a lot of people, whether I'm out, wherever I am, you know, people want. Here's the thing. People always come up to me and want to talk about the Pirates. They're so frustrated. You know, this town is a baseball town. It's a winner's town, a Pirates town, too. Not only a Steelers and a Penguins town. I think the Pirates would explode like we saw in 13, 14, and 15. You know, the fans want to see it. I don't think these fans, I think, are done with nutting. I really do in the ownership. I really believe that.
I disagree with you there. It's not a Pirate town anymore.
I think it is.
With his ownership. They are, and they're done with them. And it shows in the town.
Well, John, what I meant is this is a Pirates town. People will come out, I mean, if things change. I still believe if things change and they get back to winning, the Pirates are, you know, you might call me crazy, but I still think the Pirates potentially are the second most popular team in the city if they get back to winning, if they could do something with their ownership.
Crazy. I hate to disagree with you.
Yeah,
there.
well,
it's absolutely crazy.
Right now they're not.
All,
what about
town.
2013? I said second most. What about 2013, 14, and 15? There's no question that the Pirates were number 2 in this town.
No, they weren't. No, not at all. Totally disagree.
13,
totally
14,
disagree.
and 15. You think the Penguins were more popular?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's a good debate to have.
Look at the sellouts at the arena the Penguins have had.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the attendance the Pirates. Look at the attendance the Pirates got in 13, 14, and 15. You can't.
Well, they had a new ballpark also.
They got the new ballpark in 2001. This is 13, 14, and 15 I'm talking about when they were good.
Well, that's the only thing to do in the summer.
Okay, well, what's the only? It's the only thing to do in January, February, and March. Are the Penguins?
Pardon me?
I said the only thing to do around here in January, February, and March are the Penguins. April.
Yeah, but who sells out the stadium in January when they're playing Buffalo?
It's
Penguins.
It's totally different. The PNC Park has 35,000 and double the games that PPG has, and double the attendance. PPG holds 17,000. You can't really compare the two. I'm saying.
How did the Pirates build on that? Give me that.
They didn't. I'm not sticking up for the Pirates. I'm on your side. But I was saying that this is a baseball town. This is a Pirates town. They don't. That's why.
It used to be.
You're not getting what I'm saying, John. You're frustrating me. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not making my point clear. I'm saying if this team was a team in 13, 14, and 15, and they had the right ownership, this would be a baseball Pirates town. They don't have the right ownership, and people aren't supporting it.
I absolutely agree with you. It's not a baseball town.
No, it is a baseball town.
I agree it's not a baseball.
You don't agree. I'm saying it is a baseball town. I think it's a baseball town. I think the
attendance doesn't show it.
Because they stink. No one likes the owner, and that's why no one's going. If they were good, they would come close to selling out on the weekends for sure, and you would see 20,000 there during the week if this team was a competitive team. If this team had an owner that everyone liked, you would see a lot of people there. The Pirates, you know, even before my time, you might know this, I don't know how old you are, but back in the 70s, the Pirates were number 1 in this city before the Steelers start winning Super Bowls. And I still think
I went to a lot of games.
I still think this could be a Pirates town. There's no question. It's a winner's town. So if the Pirates start winning, it's going to be a baseball Pirates town. There's no doubt about it.
They'll never win with this ownership.
They're not. I agree with you. They're not winning with this ownership. If that's what you're trying to say, I totally agree with you. They will never win a National League pennant. They'll never win a World Series with this ownership.
Is a money grab.
John, great talking to you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching tonight. We got to wrap things up here. Coming up next, we got to take a break first. Right back here in the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.